Yo, what is happening, guys? Undisputed Vlogs here today. We are back, and as you can tell by the title, I'm excited for this one. We are back to talk about Jake Paul versus Ben Askren, which is happening this Saturday, which you will see this Friday, so it's happening tomorrow for you, but it's happening this Saturday, April 17th. Technically April 18th for people in the UK. It's about 3 AM it starts. And yeah, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Now, obviously, I always do my predictions. I did my predictions for the KSI Logan fight, the Deji versus Jake, Gib versus Jake, Nate versus Jake. Like I enjoy this. I enjoy watching celebrities hit each other in the face. It's great because I love watching them talk shit and then get in the ring and sort it. It's great. So I'm fully invested. But I did want to originally do this video and basically just show Jake sparring footage, pad work, Ben sparring footage, pad work, and just talk about them and then say who I want to win, who I think's going to win. I'm going to be honest, Jake hasn't released any actual footage that gives away anything new. All the footage he's kind of released, it kind of just looks similar to the Nate fight. And I don't think that's because he hasn't improved. I think he's definitely improved, but I think it's just Jake does not want to release his best moments that early before the fight, or even before the fight in general, because he doesn't want Ben to obviously know how to counter on them, I'd say, because Ben is a professional fighter. Even though Ben is not a boxer, he's a UFC fighter, he still is a professional fighter. He has a fighting history. He knows how to take your weaknesses and benefit from them. Obviously, he's trained in that. So Jake probably just doesn't want Ben countering and like taking advantage of his weaknesses. So I don't think Jake has released much of his best highlights. So I don't really see a point in reacting to Jake's highlights, I'm going to be honest, because we've all seen it before. But there is one thing I do want to react to. Actually, I was going to react to their open workouts. All Jake done was skip rope and do yoga. Did the tiniest bit of shadow boxing to take the piss, but he didn't do shadow boxing. He didn't want to get away too much. He literally like showed that. But Ben Askren, anybody who has watched his striking videos from the start, I'll just show you a clip. It looks like this.
Your hands are away from your face. Oh, touch on the cheekbone. A little bloodied on his face here.
There'll be a bruise there tomorrow.
Yeah, right. And that hurts when you've done yours.
But now he came to the open workout and he did pad work. And he looks a lot better. Now the question is, has he always been this good? And he was just pretending to be bad to trick everybody, which me and my friends has actually had a conversation about. I feel like a lot of people have actually read that. Or was he just really bad and he actually has improved? We won't know. But the point is, he came to this open workout, and I didn't watch the entire thing, but I watched parts, and he definitely looks like he's improved. So what I want to do is, there's no real point looking at Jake's highlights, like I said. I do want to look at Ben's and point out his improvements, and then we'll get into who I think is going to win, who I want to win, and why. Because this is mainly just my prediction. It ain't about we're going to react to every single bit of sparring footage. It's just about who do I think is going to win, who do I want to win, all of that. But we'll get into it, because I do want to react to some of this, because Ben has definitely improved for anybody who did not watch it. So alright, we'll start here. There we go. Already you can already see Ben's speed has improved. Like I said, was he fake? That was nice. Was he faking it? Has he always been like that? See, this is one thing I gotta point out. I'm gonna replay this, right? His speed has for sure improved. We're gonna take the aspect of him faking it or not out. We're just gonna talk about it the way it is. His speed has improved. His stance has improved. His footwork has improved. He's lighter on his feet. Before, he kind of looked like he was stuck in the mud and like he was throwing punches like as he was sinking in quicksands, kind of what he looked like. But he's lighter on his feet. Literally, if you watch his feet, right here, right? Just watch his feet. I know it's hard to see with the... Oh, the look is gone. Watch him just on his feet, the way he moves around. The way he bounces around comfortably. He comes around, he pushes forward again. If you notice, his he rarely touches his heel to the ground, which is good because you always want to be up on your toes. You always want to be lighting your feet in a box match. I'm not a boxing expert, but you know, I'm a big boxing fan, and that's what you need. You need to be lighting your feet at all times, just in case, because it doesn't matter how big you are, you do not want somebody to hit you, and no matter who it is, if somebody lands the cleanest punch, you might get knocked out. So you want to be lighting your feet, you want to be able to move. So he's definitely improved. There is some more of this footage. Look at this. That looked good. Okay.
Doesn't matter.
I know he just gets my wrestling move here. Move. This is like the parts I haven't seen, is like this far in. I haven't really seen this far in, so this is what I want to look for. Okay.
Definitely leg kick. That's definitely legal.
Now, my only question is, right, because you obviously can't see it really from pads, is he obviously has his punching, his striking a lot better, speed, footwork, everything. But the thing is, obviously fighting somebody is completely different to pads. Do you know what? I feel like we've seen enough there. You've seen enough of the improvement. Like I said, he's improved. That's the point that we're talking about. So, we'll just get into it here. Right. Of course, he's improved with his striking, his footwork, all of this and that. But the question is, you know, anybody can look good on pads, and that's not taken away from Ben. That's not taken away from anybody who, you know, releases power. Like, anybody can look good on pads. It all matters when it comes to a fight. It's like a press conference, right? Anybody can look intimidating or intimidated until the fight, and in the fight will decide. Like, there's times where someone has been intimidated in the press conference and still knocked the person who was intimidating them out. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you can't never really tell until it gets to the actual fight. Only the people in each other's camps or themselves will be able to tell you, because they're there 24/7. But now, into the serious shit, because I don't want to wait. I don't want to have this video being like 30 minutes. Who do I want to win? Alright. Now, I'll be honest. I'll be perfectly honest. At the very start, I didn't know who Ben... Well, I've heard of Ben Askren, but I never followed him. I never followed his UFC fights. I just heard of him. So I didn't really care who won. I'm going to be honest. I didn't really give a shit who won. I saw his striking. And then I made a bet with my mate that we put a tenner on. If Jake wins, I put £10 on Jake. If Jake wins, he pays me £10. If Ben wins, I pay him £10. That edged me to cheer for Jake a little bit because I wanted my money. And I didn't see like any benefit from Ben winning, like Gib or Nate or Deji, because I like them three. And I didn't really follow Ben at that time. So I did cheer for Jake a little bit. I understand if you all hate me now. But then I started to dive deeper into Ben. That sounds weird. Pause. I started to dive deeper into who Ben was as a person. That first one, sus. He went on Logan's podcast. I reacted to that. He went on Steve-O's podcast. Reacted to that. I've just reacted to his highlights, and he just seems like a good guy. He's so funny, and he just seems like a decent guy. So I'm not gonna lie. Who do I want to win? Final thought. Who do I want to win? Ben. Yes, I have £10 on Jake. I can't back out of the fight. I can't back out of the bet now. I was like, oh, I have my money on Jake, blah, blah, blah. But times change, you know. So that £10 is still on Jake. I do want Ben to win. I've said that, because I don't like Jake. I respect him, but I don't like him. And I really like Ben now. So yes, my £10 is still on Jake, but I do want Ben to win. I literally said that losing a tenner to see Ben Askren beat Jake Paul is worth a tenner. That's worth a tenner. I got it for a lot cheaper than I would have originally paid to see it. But who do I think is going to win? Now, I made my prediction when this fight was announced, which was a few months ago. Now I've seen all the sparring footage. I've seen all the talk. I've seen how they've reacted. And it's closer to the time. So now I have my definite answer right now, I think. I have my definite answer. I'm for both ways. I see a world where Jake wins, and I see a world where Ben wins. But I can only choose one. And who do I think is going to win? Jake Paul. I think Jake Paul is going to win. Yeah, I think Jake Paul is going to win. I'm going to be completely honest. This is my point, right? Everybody has their opinions. There was obviously people that will disagree with me. And if they saw this, be like, oh, you're stupid, Ben's going to win, which is fair. And then there's people who see this and be like, yeah, Jake's going to win, which is fair. My point is, Ben, hell of improved. He definitely looks good, right? But I'm going to give you the breakdown. Do I think Jake intimidates Ben? Not in the slightest. Do I think Ben intimidates Jake? I think he did a little bit at the press conference, but I think Jake's one of those people, he becomes more confident when it gets to fight week, I think. Yeah, I just think Jake is a better boxer than Ben, in my opinion. Ben is a world-class athlete, but when it comes to boxing, he still is new to the sport. He has admitted that, and you can't learn boxing overnight. And maybe he'll pick up on it really fast because he's a combat sports athlete. But Jake has dedicated himself for 3 years now, and whether you like Jake Paul or not, you have to admit that he does put the work in, and he does have talent. He's definitely not terrible at boxing. He does have talent in boxing, and he does put his work in, and he does bust his ass to become a better boxer. Whether you like him or not, you gotta give him that. But I just think Jake's striking is better. I think Jake's footwork is better. But then again, we haven't seen Jake properly box anybody who is a threat to him yet, so I could be wrong. But I'm going to give you a little breakdown of the fight. Like I said, this is literally just me rambling about my thoughts. But yeah, I want Ben to win, but I think Jake is going to win. I don't know. I'll explain it to you here. This is the way I see the fight going. Now, this is not a definite answer. This is just off the top of my head by what I've seen. It's the way the fight's going. I'm not saying I'm right, but this is just what I think off the top of my head right now. I think the first round, Jake comes out. Ben obviously comes out. I think Jake will keep his distance because you don't want to get up close with Ben Askren. I think Jake will keep his distance and box him a little bit. Ben will try to get in the inside, but I think Jake will try to avoid that. I think Jake will keep his distance. I think they'll both spend the first round mostly reading each other, but I think Jake will be a little bit more aggressive and land a few more punches, and I think Jake will take the first round. Second round, I think it'll come out. Ben, not a boxer, but he is a combat sport athlete. Like I said, he has been trained to look at his opponent, study them, find their weaknesses, find their strengths, and turn their strengths into weaknesses and use their weaknesses for his own. He's been trained in that. I think it'll come out. Ben will try to get inside again. I think Ben will be a little bit more successful getting inside. I think he'll rough Jake up a little bit. But I still think Jake will keep his distance for the most part. Ben will get in a few times. I think Ben's game plan is to dirty box this guy. There ain't no denying that. Ben is not going to box Jake Paul. He's going to try and get inside, and he's going to try and dirty box him. He's not going to try and distance box him because Jake is bigger, he has a longer reach, he has more experience in boxing. Ben is going to try and get inside and brawl / box Jake Paul. That's what he's going to try and do. He's going to try and clinch. He's going to try and get those like body shots, head shots in the clinch, score some points. Hurt him a little bit, try to take advantage of it. Now, that's what I don't know. Will Jake or Ben win the second round? I don't know, but that's how I see the second round going. Third round, I see it happening again. Ben tries to get inside, but I think he'll be a little bit more successful this time. I think Jake will get frustrated. Because I don't know how good Jake's patience are. I think Jake will get a little bit frustrated that Ben keeps trying to clinch him. And I think Jake will just go towards Ben, and then Ben will quickly get inside and rough him up a little bit. And all of that. But I still think Jake will be hitting the shots. Now, fourth round, this is where I see it ending, right? And let me explain my point before anybody just goes insane. I think fourth round, I don't know when it will be a similar. I think the whole fight, basically, Jake's going to keep his distance. He's going to outbox Ben, but Ben's going to get inside. He's going to outbrawl him. And I think it'll be back and forth throughout the entire time. But I think, obviously, because it's a boxing match, Jake will be on the better end of the spectrum because it's boxing and he's boxing Ben while Ben's brawling. I think that's the way it's going to go. 4th round, I see Jake beating Ben by TKO. But let me say why. He definitely, I cannot see a single chance on this earth that Jake knocks out Ben. Not a single chance. Anything's possible. It is possible. I don't see it happening. Ben has shown he has a jaw. Jake ain't going to knock him out like he did Nate. It ain't happening. He ain't going to beat him up like he did Gib. And he ain't going to beat him up like he did Deji. That's not happening. So he's not knocking him out. I think he'll TKO him. But here's the thing. A TKO can be decided in many ways. I don't think it will be a TKO where Jake is physically beating the shit out of Ben and Ben is almost getting knocked out and the ref will be like, right, he's literally beating Ben right now, we need to stop it. I don't think it will be a TKO where Ben's almost knocked out. What I think will happen is I think it'll be a TKO where Jake starts unleashing his combos because he is good at combos. I think Ben's striking won't be able to match up to Jake's. I think Jake will outstrike Ben. He'll throw his combos. Ben will try to fight back. Ben will land some, but he'll be more inaccurate than accurate. I think Jake will be more accurate than inaccurate. I said Jake will unload, and I think the ref will eventually call it off. Like I said, I don't think it'll be because he sees it as Ben's going to get knocked out, because I don't see that. But I think he'll see it as Jake is landing far more, and Ben isn't really putting up much of a fight because he's not striking as well as Jake. And I think the ref will end it when Jake's just unloading and Ben is like struggling to even find the shot. You know what I mean? Because like Jake could hit him a million times. Ben could not be rocked once. But if Ben ain't fighting back, the ref's going to stop. That's how boxing works. You don't have to be rocked. But if you're not fighting back or putting up a fight when somebody is unloading punches onto you, you're going to get the fight stopped. You're going to get called that you got beaten by TKO, whether you're dazed or not. I can't see Ben getting dazed, like I've said multiple times. He'll obviously get punched by Jake. I'm sure it'll hurt, but I'm sure it will not daze him. But I think that will happen. But I will say, I definitely do not see this being an easy night for Jake. I think Jake will be very sore after this fight because I think Ben will rough him up a little bit throughout. And I really cannot wait to see not only how Ben adjusts to boxing, but how Jake adjusts to someone who's going to be in his face that won't go away, that's staying there. Because Gib said, I'll be in your face. He was in his face, but Jake beat him up. You're not going to be able to hit Ben 3 punches and Ben hit the fucking dirt. That ain't going to happen. Ben gets in your face, you hit him a few times, he's still going to be in your face. You hit him 100 times, he's still going to be in your face. But, you know what I mean? But yeah, my prediction is I think Jake wins TKO 4th round over Ben. I don't think he'll knock Ben out, but I think he'll just beat him in striking to the point where the ref will call it. 4th round, 5th round, I'd say that happens. It's an 8-round fight, I'm pretty positive. And I just think Ben will struggle. Not only, this is also part of my reasoning why I don't think Ben will win. He's used to MMA. He will struggle not to kick or to grapple. If this was a wrestling match, street fight, Ben would kill Jake. Simple as that, but it's not. It's a boxing match. And he's not going in against Jake when he first started. Jake is a good boxer. And obviously he's going in there, blah, blah, blah. Jake's a better striker, all this and that, in my opinion. You never know. Ben could come out here and knock Jake out in the 1st round. Or vice versa, you never know. But, yeah. And my main point is, I just think that hip surgery that Ben Askren got a few months ago is really going to affect the fight. Because I think it will limit your ability to move. Obviously, Ben's still light on his feet. But I think that having any type of surgery will always affect you, even if it's in the littlest way. And in boxing, where you're literally trying to knock each other out, if you have a little bit of something kind of holding you back, that could fuck you completely. Even if it's the tiniest bit, just because it's boxing and it's fighting, you know what I mean? So I think the hip surgery will definitely not help Ben. I think that Ben only training boxing for a few months. I think he's definitely picked up. I think if you give him longer, he could definitely become better, but I can't see him beating Jake. And yeah, so I want Ben to win. I am willing to lose a tenner if Ben won, because I just want him to win so bad. But I think Jake wins. But yeah, if Jake beats Ben Askren, I will give him props for beating a professional fighter, professional UFC fighter. Like I said, I will not call Jake a professional boxer until he beats a professional boxer. That's not me taking away from Jake. I've sat here and talked for 10 minutes about how I think Jake is talented in the art of boxing. He is. He's talented in the art of boxing. He puts his work in. But you beat Deji, who didn't train, but still fair play because you beat him. You beat Gibb, who I don't know what the fuck's wrong with his work, but still fair play. You beat him, and you beat Nate Robinson, who literally ran towards you with his hands down, who has clearly never been in a fight in his entire life. Again, fair play. You beat him. But they're not that hard to beat, if you get me. A lot of people could have beat them. Ben, I don't think that if you beat Ben, it's not the fact that you face someone who was amazing at boxing. You just beat somebody who was tough. And I'll give you props if you beat Ben. But I want to see you fight a professional boxer who has been doing it for roughly the same amount of time as you, who has put in the same amount of hours, and who is at the same skill level as you, instead of picking someone whose striking is not their strong point. So I'll give him his props if he beats Ben. But I'm not calling him a professional fighter, or professional boxer, until he fights a professional boxer with kind of the same resume as him, or some as him, like all of that. Until he fights somebody who has similar level to him in everything and beats them, I will not fully call him a professional boxer, but I will give him props if he beats Ben Askren. And I do think he will. But please, Ben, please beat Jake Paul, please. I will happily lose a tenner. I will put 100 down and lose 100 just to see Ben win. I want Ben to knock him out. But you never know. You never know. We'll see on Saturday. I'm excited for it. Like I said, I got Jake, but I hope Ben wins. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you want is going to win? I'm assuming a lot of you are going to say Ben Askren, although Ben Askren's fairly disliked for some reason as well. But let me know, do you want to see Ben win? Do you want to see Jake win? Who do you think is going to win and why? Let me know if you agree with my fight breakdown, my fight prediction. This is just off the top of my head. I could change it completely tomorrow. I could literally have Jake winning by decision tomorrow. I don't know. It's all just, but on the spot. Let me know if you agree. But like I said, it is just my opinion. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying that Jake is going to win there and knock the bollocks out of Ben. I'm not saying that. I just think that he will outbox Ben, and in a boxing ring you can brawl, but usually boxing is going to win any boxing ring. So like I said, that's just my opinion. Let me know what your opinion is down below. And yeah, hope you all enjoyed. That's my thoughts and predictions. I'm starting so much. This is a lot longer than I thought it would be, but yes, as always, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. If you haven't yet already, I'll put my links up there for a couple of seconds so you can follow them. I really would appreciate it. And yes, I also just launched my Undisputed Clips channel, which will be taking small short parts of just all the videos I've released since I've started YouTube on my gamer channel, on my vlog channel, and just putting them on this. It's kind of like taking funny moments or the best moments from your videos, and it's like a TikTok / fine YouTube channel. That's what it is. It's a shorts channel. It's trending. So yeah, that'll be linked down below as always. Yeah, but as always, I hope you guys are thinking positive. Hope you all are testing negative. Hope you all have an amazing day. Let me know what your thoughts and predictions are again. And yeah, I can't wait for the fight. But as always, I will see you in the next one. So peace.